Very good afternoon to you. It's Adobe FA Cup 4th round action today. London Bees have beaten the Elements to get this game on at the Hive, and now they look to claim the scalp of a side from the league above them, with Rugby Borough making the trip down the M1 with their eyes on the prize of a 5th round stage for the first time in their history. Ever since the FA Cup draw was made last month, there's been huge excitement building up to this fixture. Rugby Borough have laid on 2 coaches for their supporters who travel to Greater London in good number. By a strange twist of fate, both managers have had spells in the dugout of the opposition this afternoon. London Bees' Don McKim during Rugby Borough's days of Coventry United, while Lee Birch took charge of London Bees for 2 seasons during the Championship, days before leaving the club in 2021. The visitors have scored 17 goals across the first 3 rounds to reach this stage for the first time in their history. They haven't played those since mid-December, but the last time they were in action in the Birmingham County Cup, they won 14-0. Let's take a look then at the 2 sides this afternoon, starting with London Bees. Hayley Hoare played for Coventry United, but left after their merger with Rugby Borough. Keep an eye out for 18-year-old Millie Isherwood. The striker has 8 goals in the competition so far. She was the FA Cup Player of the Round for her 4-goal performance against QPR last month. For the opposition, well, like Millie Isherwood of London Bees, Yaz Mosby was the FA Cup Player of the 2nd round after her hat-trick against Peterborough United. She has 14 goals in 14 games this season. Angela Nixon already has 4 goals in this season's competition, including a 5-minute hat-trick against Lincoln in round 1. The referee this afternoon is Francesca Catchpole. Her mum Lorraine actually qualified to become a referee herself back in 2016 after saying that she spent so much time taxiing her to matches and her courses around Norwich. She's now officiating in the WSL. Catchpole admits that she used to be a pain to players, or to the referees I should say, as a player, and that prompted her to take up a refereeing course at the age of just 14. Captain for the visitors this afternoon, Ebony Wiseman. Lily Greenslade, who often wears the armband, is on the bench this afternoon. Also among their substitute options, Lucy Wood, who scored a hat-trick on her return from injury last month. She's among the substitutes for the visitors. One big omission for them today, though, is Rianne Cleverly, who celebrated her 30th birthday yesterday, was an FA Cup quarter finalist with Lewis. She misses out in this afternoon's game. Been a lot of media attention around both of these clubs leading up to the game, and with so much at stake and a place in the draw which takes place tomorrow for the 5th round, and the potential to draw the likes of Arsenal, who will be in the draw because their game later today against Bristol City has been postponed, like many because of the weather. There are some really big opportunities for some of these players on both sets of teams to test themselves against teams from the WSL. All smile among the London Bees players ahead of kick-off. Their manager, Dan McKim, says the pressure is all on the opposition. They did suffer their first defeat in 12 matches last weekend. He says that has given them renewed focus in training this week. London Bees in Tier 4, Rugby Borough in Tier 3. Rugby immediately try and put pressure on at the back as London Bees, in their traditional gold and black colours, kick from right to left in this first period and get forward on the attack, looking to get a ball over the top and find the dangerous Millie Isherwood. to midfield for Moncaster. He was on media duties, chatting to the local BBC this week. She would love to get one of the big guns in the next round of the competition, a player who had been with Leicester City and Nottingham Forest in her earlier days. And she tries to thread the ball through and pick up a pass here, but it's cleared away from danger and kept in play. Crossfield ball is cut out, and an opportunity straight away for Hayley Hoare, the former rugby player, to attack. Ball played into the channel for Lanza to chase, but it's back with the goalkeeper. It was a heavy touch though, and it may be an opportunity for the opening goal here, and it's Hoare off the line. A big let off as the rebound from Amy Dern is repelled away from danger. Well, a moment of hesitation from Anna Pedersen in goal for Rugby Borough almost cost them. It was a brilliant goal line clearance and a massive opportunity for London Bees in the early stages. G pitch, allowing this game to go ahead this afternoon where many others have fallen by the wayside. T again plays the ball downfield, but Hoare couldn't bring that one under control. It's out for a throw-in. And you can hear the two managers just out of vision, just below us here. Television vantage point instructing from the touchline as Wiseman gets a low crossing, cleared away from danger. Helps back on its way towards the edge of the box. If the last round is anything to go by, this could be an exciting game. There were 3 goals inside the opening 15 minutes in London Bees' win against QPR. With some defending to do here though, and the referee's whistle is blown. And it is worth remembering, if the scores are level after 90 minutes this afternoon, we will have extra time and penalties if needed. Here again, one of a number of players to join London Bees from London seawards in the summer, following Dan McKim. Interception, but nobody in a blue shirt there to get it, so it's back with Gint in goal again, a player who the manager says has come on leaps and bounds over the last few months, comfortably one of the best goalkeepers in Division 1 South East. She gets good distance on this clearance up over the halfway line too. Isherwood couldn't bring the ball under control there, and a back heel does set Rugby clear down this left-hand side now. A surging run, and it's going to be a corner as well. Leanne Rush celebrated her 22nd birthday on Thursday. And it is, in fact, a goal kick in the end. Responsibility on the arms of Amy Dunn, London Bees midfielder, wearing the armband with the number 8 this afternoon. You saw on your screen just then. Still a young player who joined from Ashford United, one of their league rivals in the summer, just as Sophie Lee manages to get her boot back on. Doncaster. Overlapping run from the USA player Kellis Barton, and it's Barton's cross that can't beat Amy Dern, and it's cleared away to the halfway line. Pretty good support here for both sides this afternoon. Barnett's own game at the Hive was called off yesterday because of the weather, so these football fans starved of an opportunity to watch a bit of live action this weekend. Either watching this match live on YouTube in the FA Cup or in person out in decent numbers today. Haley Hort, whose opportunity was cleared off the line early in the match. Good strength in midfield from Wiseman and holds off a couple of challenges too. Barton plays the ball back into defence, and it's back with the goalkeeper Pedersen. Comfortably dealt with as well. Roberts. Good football. Real composure on the ball as they work their way over the halfway line. Just about kept in play as well. Good jinky run to the touchline. The ball's cut back. And the effort repelled, I think, maybe off the post even there from May Moncaster. Have a look at this opportunity. Again, it was great wing play for Angelina Nixon in the first place. Got to the byline and checked it back. Saved by the legs of the goalkeeper.
Ish, get back in for her just in case. Sammy, in fact, Sammy, you go back in for her just in case. When she's ready,
Nixon this time adjusting her footwear before taking this throw. Played off of a Barnet defender. Laid back by Mosby, who is the main goal threat for Rugby Borough. But London Bees with an opportunity to maybe create a breakaway for themselves. They win a free kick there. As Haley Hort was fouled. Mentioned she played for Coventry United, left after the merger with Rugby Borough due to her PGCE studies. She'd studied sport, health and exercise science at the University of Birmingham. Spent last season with Oxford United. Player who's represented Wales at Youth European Championship level too. Each ball takes a deflection. It's left for Nixon. He tries to spot the overlapping run, but intercepted by Sophie Lee. Surging run down the right-hand side, wins a throw-in.
Yes. Have a chat with Ange. Rama.
14 goals in just 3 games across December for London Bees, including that 6-3 victory against QPR, which went to extra time. As a cross comes into the box, they couldn't bring it under control. Back heel though from Hoare, and the effort struck a goal from Hot 8, and it didn't quite have enough power from the Lebanon international, but it was on target. Ball forward, well dealt with, not once but twice by Aria Heel. Knocked over the top again down the line. Good control to kill the ball and lay it off to Potts. Effort is struck from distance and it was dipping. Good effort from Angelina Nixon, who the space opened up for her to get the shot away. Just over the crossbar in the end. Approaching the first 10 minutes of the match, and it's been a bright opening from both teams, creating opportunities at both ends. Plays it back for Mann, who'll keep the ball in play. Back heel down the line, and it's a really good run For a man who continues a run, couldn't quite find the pass though. Mosby was waiting for the ball. Now an opportunity, as you can hear the instructions from the bench. Dan McKim tells his players to drive forward. They oblige as Lanza goes down on the halfway line. And that will be a free kick to London Beats. They were league rivals last season. London Bees relegated at the bottom of National Southern Division. They didn't win a single match, only 3 points in their 22 matches. 15 points adrift of third bottom Billericay as they were relegated alongside Chatham Town. Neil couldn't bring the ball under control from the free kick. It's behind for a goal kick. Rugby Borough came out on top in both matches last season. 5-0 winners here, 3-0 winners at home. Very different London Bees side this year though. Campbell battling away for the ball. Hedison clears. Free kick is given against Rebecca Wozniak, who got the applause of her manager, if not the referee. Free kick is given against the former Reading player. Barton leaves it and then receives the free kick. Wiseman. Down the line from Mann. Call for the ball to be switched by Wiseman. It's intercepted by Hawke. Still, they come forward on the attack though by Khalees Barton, who gets an early ball into the area, chested into the box, but Gins alert. And then he comes and gathers the ball, but bowls it out quickly as London Bees come forward on the attack. Thought she'd overrun that then, but a great turn of pace from Sophie Lee. In the end, though, it goes out for a Rugby Borough throw in, but she went through the gears then to get down the line, didn't she? Gets away with one there as Potts brings the ball in field, and it's worked out for Rush, who can't control the ball, and it will be an easy one to deal with at the back for Hot 8. He plays it forwards, and lovely football down that left-hand side. Well read at the back though. Bethan Roberts intercepted just as they got themselves into a crossing position. Throw-in is returned to Hot 8, who jinks in field, plays the ball to the edge of the box, and Campbell. Dern. Certainly in the first 15 minutes as the ball is played in, not dealt with convincingly, but Campbell couldn't make the most of the half clearance, but certainly can't tell the difference between the two sides at the moment in terms of the divisional standings, both with the fourth in their respective divisions. Dern might open up for Lanza here. He gets into the box. 3 players surround her. Again, Roberts gets across and calmly reads the situation. A brilliant run forward as well, this. Nixon keeps on going. Challenge came in from Wozniak just as she pulled the trigger on the edge of the box there. It's Pedersen. Played for London City Lionesses here in the capital. Anna Pedersen, who gets it back now, 22 years of age. Barton breaks and chips it down the line. Asks quite a lot, though, of Potts, who won't get there. And that's out for a goal kick. Opportunity to remind you that the draw for the 5th round, which one of these two teams will be in, takes place at Wembley Stadium tomorrow. As with this game, it'll be live on the competition's YouTube channel. As each round progresses, the prize money gets even greater. Winning clubs in the 5th round will pick up £80,000. The losing team gets £20,000. Isherwood helps it on. It's Haw. Jose shoots. The rugby player gets the block in, and it definitely is a corner this time. And the winner of this match, by the way, will be ball number 1 in the draw, so pretty easy to remember. Hall stands over this corner for London Bees, hangs it up towards the far post. Good headed clearance away, helped on its way by Mosby. Counter-attacking opportunity is on for Wiseman. Does really well to not only get down the line, but keep the ball in play as well. Good footwork to get around a marker too. What a great run this is from Wiseman. Potts arrives in the box. Anita Brown now. Barton. London Bees have got bodies back now, and the momentum of that breakaway has just been lost a little. But Rugby Borough come again, and it's with Barton. Really good interception, though. Isherwood's pass is wayward, and Mann gets it forwards. Dern on the ball now. Nicely played through. Flick on there will be picked up by Potts. Nixon. Couldn't quite control it, Mosby, this time. See the tactical awareness of both of these sides. Both of their managers have their coaching badges. Lee Birch, the Rugby Borough manager, he's still based in Hampshire, actually. Faces a 4-hour round trip for training and matches, but says podcasts, audiobooks, get him through it. He stays in Coventry as much as possible to balance things with his family life. But in his words, he always says to players, coaches and parents that elite sport means elite travel. Spent 2 years here with the London Bees in the Championship from 2019 to 2021 as Campbell just walks off, perhaps to receive a little treatment. All the players go off for an impromptu drinks break. Let's take a look at the first opportunity that came really, really early in this game. Really good awareness, interception from Haw. After her first effort was blocked, she managed to get a left foot shot on target. And the ball was cleared away on the line. Since then, a couple of long-range efforts, a good save from Tia Ginn at the other end, but it's been a very even contest as we approach the midway stage of this first half. Rugby Borough only into their second season since merging with Coventry United. Lee Birch admits that they needed a rebrand. He said the club's badge wasn't appealing, competing in the same leagues as the likes of West Brom, Wolves, Stoke, Derby, Nottingham Forest. Only kept on 5 players after that merger. Largely, the difficulty was that the club were training during the day, which put off a lot of agents, put off a lot of loan signings as well. But this year he's built a side who, at the moment, still have a little work to do. 7 points off the top of the table as things stand. We'll have games in hand after this cut run, though. And they come forward on the attack here. Good football as well. Deep hung cross in and comfortably gathered, confidently gathered by Tia Gim.
That's the last 3 now, mate. Through it. Good, Mira. That's the one. I'll ball. Good job.
Hall plays the ball off. Valanta Brown. Barnet throw it is, or London Bees throw it is. Apologies. The colours can sometimes be confusing. The closely associated clubs. Campbell can't reach that one, but then tracks back. Will be an attacking opportunity though for Rugby Borough. Moncaster's ball is played in. This is a chance. It's the opening goal for Nikki Potts. She was unmarked as the cross came in. And it was an emphatic finish too. And from the breakaway opportunity, the cross took a little deflection from Moncaster. Nothing the goalkeeper could do there. And it's Rugby Borough who lead 1-0.
Well done. Good movement.
Big goal for a player who was born and raised locally in Coventry. A goal that, if there were any nerves, will settle them. All cliches aside, it has been an even match so far, and that is a big, big breakthrough for Rugby Borough. Good skill to not make a marker, but it's back to the goalkeeper. Rush, sandwiched out by 2 London Bees players, but done well to read the opportunity and win it back. And now an opportunity to break away again. Potts the goal scorer. Rush gives chase and puts enough pressure on to win her side a throw-in. Mentioned Rhiann Rush turned 22 last week. She actually grew up not too far from here in Aylesbury. Made the move to Rugby Borough, having played against them for MK Dons last season. Wozniak lets that one go out for a goal kick. Well, London Bees were trailing against QPR before scoring a late equaliser in round 3, and they trailed 3-2 in extra time, but ended up scoring 4 goals to run out 6-3 winners. They're not unfamiliar with having to come back in cup matches. And they have significantly more time to do so here, but it could get worse for them now. Pass was slightly overhit from Nixon, asked a lot of Mosby, but she does get a corner. Leeds Barton with this flag kick for the visitors. Scored the second goal in their 3-0 win against Mancunian Unity in round 3. Washington-born player. Awkward one across as well. Goalkeeper got a touch just to keep it out. Still work to do though, and it's turned into the bottom corner to make it 2. It's Ebony Wiseman. And Rugby Borough, having weathered the storm in the early stages, give themselves a 2-goal advantage here. The corner was only partially cleared, and through a crowd of players. A beautiful finish. Only returned to the side last month, having been out for quite a while with a foot injury. And Rugby Borough have a 2-goal advantage. Burrows. Isherwood, who's cut a bit of an isolated figure in attack, if truth be told, for London Bees so far.
Mate, there might be times that you and Yaz might have to follow the fullback if they get dragged in. Get the ball. With the two up. Or Alan. Yeah. Like, you did one earlier, didn't you, really well? So, like that.
Great bit of play from Mann to pick up the pass from the goalkeeper. And then set her side forward on the attack. This could open up here though for London Bees. Hoare, infield onto her right foot, gets the shot in. It bobbled up awkwardly in front of the goalkeeper. Isherwood was lurking. Pedersen did well to hold on to the ball there. These are such difficult conditions.
There's no reason we shouldn't have played there.
A heavy touch from Potts out for a throw-in, which they take quickly. Dern. Another throw. Wanted to take it. A run by Hoare. A risky back pass almost gets them in here. Goalkeeper had to be aware, and Ginn was. Moncaster was bearing down on goal. Nixon really confident with the ball at her feet, the goalkeeper. Nixon got tangled, but they managed to get the pass away. Isherwood, Nixon intercepts anyway. Potts plays it down the line. Barton with the first time ball in. Just went behind Rush. Over the top and lands up. He's asked too much of there. And when she does close down the keeper, she bowls it out. A lot of space here for Rugby Borough on this right-hand side when they play those goal kicks out. Even more space opening up for Potts there if she could have got it under control.
In here. Sammy!
Yeah, it's right. Right there.
Potts with a deep cross this time. Goalkeeper came and thought about it and gathers it well in the end. Muncaster's header.
Let's start to think now.
A real good command of her penalty area. T again. Brave goalkeeping when Muncaster was sent through on goal a couple of minutes ago. So unfortunate as well with the second goal. The corner was swinging in under the crossbar. She managed to palm it away, but then Bonnet's and the Bees players just could not get it clear. Good distance on a clearance downfield as well.
Good, Hayley, brilliant position in there. Watch the runners, runners. There you are, there you are.
Potts.
Good.
That was well read. Hoare on the ball. King takes a touch and then knocks it up to the halfway line. Isherwood tries to put the defender under pressure. The back pass. Again, well dealt with by Pedersen. It was coming back at her with pace. Pedersen. Alana Munn, experienced, versatile fullback. Rugby Borough comfortable and happy to keep hold of the ball now. Let London Bees do all the chasing.
No turn.
Mosby, from the scorer of the goals for Rugby Borough, but she hasn't needed to be relied upon today. Barton plays it back. Now they can work and attack down the left-hand side. Delightful pass into the box as well. Mosby crosses. Oh, and it was heading in from Rianne Rush before the interception. Again, it was great football from Rugby Borough. Mosby the provider, and it was Wozniak who got across. And it was crucial as well.
Amy! On your toes, Amy!
So an out-swinging corner from Ebony Wiseman. And the shot does come in. Gathered by Ginn.
Turn your back on the ball, Max, Amy! Little option, yes! Come on, Nick, there's the invert, go!
Hoare.
Hey!
Campbell knocks an early ball forward. Nobody in the channel to pick up the pieces there. Some scorelines to bring you from matches that have already taken place today. London City Lionesses are through. They beat Fulham 5-0. Roy Hawker with a hat-trick in that game. Sunderland 5-1 up away to Exeter. Jones with a hat-trick there. The ball is threaded through and picked up outside her box by Ginn. Manchester City 3 up in the final minutes against Ipswich Town with goals from Rord, Coombs and Miedemar. An overhit pass back to Pedersen. Newcastle 1, Nottingham Forest 0, also into the final 10 minutes of that one. And later today, we've still got Chelsea against Charlton and Aston Villa versus Bristol Rovers to come. Crystal Palace, Sheffield United, Arsenal, Bristol City, and Leicester, Stoke, and Everton against Tottenham, one of the anticipated ties, all falling foul of the weather. Rugby Borough looking to put the game to bed here, and the flag's up. A big let off as it was side-footed home. Wiseman drove the ball forward, then unselfishly played it through to Mosby. A cute finish, but it just strayed into an offside position. The third goal, as is always the case, will be crucial. If London Bees can get one back before half-time, it will have a very different picture in the second half. But a third goal there would have almost certainly killed this game off. Can they get a goal back now? It's well read by Burrows. Burrows hasn't got a great deal in terms of support, and it in fact goes out for a Rugby Borough throw. Or Isherwood. Dern picks it up. Down the line for Campbell to chase. Campbell putting pressure on. Clearance creates a counter-attacking opportunity. Good run from Nixon, and the shot does come in, and it's really well held by Ginn.
That's gone up there, let Shan do it. That's your play, you've gone 10 yards ahead.
From one end to the other, they break with real pace, Rugby Borough, don't they? And they were backing off and backing off. No two ways about it. Tia Ginn has been the most worked of the two goalkeepers in this first half.
Hayley 14, Hayley eyes on 14. Mira, don't get sucked over, Bex has to deal with. Good.
Another effort from distance, repelled away. The leg of a London Bees player, Nixon. Wiseman. Barton threads it through.
Good, forward.
Good anticipation from Dern.
Yeah. Great work.
That will be a London Bees free kick on the halfway line. Doncaster just keeps hold of the ball to prevent any quick free kick from being taken.
Hey, we don't need both of you there, just one of you.
Wozniak tried to launch it. Potts thought about going back, then works it wide to Barton, and Barton plays the 1-2, gets into the channel as well. Wozniak across with a really good challenge. He joined the club in August from Reading. She'd spent most of her playing career with the club, all of it in fact, with the Royals from the age of 11. And then of course, the issues that the football club suffered off the pitch meant the team lost their whole squad as Barton's cross wins a corner with 5 minutes to go until half-time.
Sambo, drop a little. When Megs, in line with Megs. Out that side, in line with Megs. Good.
Wiseman then with this corner for Rugby Borough. They've scored from one set piece in this game, and they've scored from another. As comfortable as you like. The header was guided in. And it's 3-0 before half-time. It was a simple finish from Bethany Roberts. Well, it's a long, long way back for London Bees. Now, it was May Moncaster with the goal. And Barnet will be hugely disappointed with the defensive work there as they switched off from the set piece. Isherwood plays the ball into the box now, and Hoare gets a strike in, but Pedersen easily gathers that one. Great footwork. Gain from Nixon, and Nixon wriggles away from another challenge. Back heel and first time cross played in, volley clear from danger. Lanza tries to put the defender under pressure. Mann stands herself up to it and plays the throw in downfield. Heavy touch though from Nixon. Well, London Bees certainly have players of scoring quality within their squads. Recently signed a really interesting player, the French forward Ines Afri from Le Mans. She's on the bench. Lily Whitelock, who scored against QPR in the last round, also among their options. There's Campbell. Battles for the ball, but doesn't come away with it. Potty. Another tired pass there. Potts gets it clear down the line. And Rugby Borough are relentless at the moment. It's Moncaster. Strong challenge from Barton. Good challenge from Barton. Takes Hall with it. And now Potts drives into the box, but across his heel to clear the danger. Moncaster shoots, and kind of effort you can get away with when you're 3-0 up. Never troubling the goalkeeper there. Cushion ball played over the top for Brown. Nixon. Potts threads one through. Good footwork from Nixon. Appeals for a penalty. And free Francesca Catchpole. Not interested in that one. So into stoppage time at the end of the first half.
She needs an option. Work, Mira. Well done.
Mann plays it back into defence, and I'm sure Rugby Borough will be happy just to see this first half out now. It has been a professional performance.
Well, Mira, if you've got two, you've got to talk to Hayley. Just let her come in and not say anything.
Barton. Nice ball over the top for Moncaster. She gets the cross in. It was slightly overrun off the underside of the crossbar, but the rebound's turned in anyway. Angelina Nixon with the goal. It's 4-0 right on the stroke of half-time. And now the class divide is really starting to show. One league above their opponents, and Rugby Borough are cruising towards the 5th round of the FA Cup.
Is that your ball, Black? Is that your ball, Black?
One for the cameras. And one that will almost certainly see her side through into tomorrow's draw. Even the most monumental of comebacks now will surely not be enough for London Bees. It's a pity because, well, for 20 minutes or so, there was nothing between the two teams, but 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes. Really not the stuffing out of London Bees, who are holding an inquest on the pitch now. And Sophie Lee is down receiving treatment, and that's the delay in play here. Let's rewind back what seems like a long 20 minutes or so ago for the opening goal of the game. May Moncaster has played such a pivotal role in this match, not just a scorer, but provider as well. It was her cross,
1 minute on the restart.
turned in delightfully by Nikki Potts. That goal coming on 23 minutes. Followed by goals from Wiseman, Moncaster herself, and then Nixon 2 minutes into first half stoppage time. Sophie Lee, who returned to the club for a second spell in the summer, still receiving treatment, so it gives us an opportunity to look at that second goal. It all started with a corner that was palmed away. Angelina Nixon kept the attack going, cuts the ball back, and the captain, Ebony Wiseman, side-footing home. 23 and 27 minutes, the goal times. Thankfully, Sophie Lee is back up on her feet now. She did suffer a really bad leg injury that kept her out for a long period of time. Player who played for the likes of Leyton Orient and Crystal Palace, where she won the Reserve League final in 2020. Then spent 2 years with London Seaward. So they'll begin the restart with 10 players. Dern does really well there to hold on to the ball under significant pressure.
Sammy, that's good, you.
Potts. Hoare gets there ahead of Barton.
Get it, Hales, Oval.
Throw in for London Bees.
Becca, Tia, back foot, play.
Clearance goes straight to a player in blue, and back from Bethan Roberts to her goalkeeper. And that is the half-time whistle. Well, Rugby Borough, who have been backed by a pretty sizable contingent of supporters who've made their way down the M1 this afternoon, have been rewarded. The first half performance that has produced 4 goals, and surely the side from the Women's National League Northern Premier Division are going to be going through to the 5th round of this competition for the very first time in their brief history. Been on the bench in recent matches, and an opportunity for her to at least try and restore a little bit of respectability. And, well, it is the Cup, you never know. If London Bees were to get themselves a goal early in this second half, it would, at the very least, make this competitive. At the very best, if they get a couple, it would be game on. Big ask, though, against a team from a league above them. A team who beat them 5-0 and 3-0 last season when they were divisional rivals. And coming forward with intent, Potts gets a cross in. And this is the thing with Rugby Borough in the first half. They were relentless, even after going 2 and 3 goals up. Pursued more, and they were rewarded with them. Rugby Borough come into this having won their last 7 in a row, conceding just the 1 goal, and that in itself was a stoppage time goal against Peterborough in round 2 when they were already 7-0 up. As the shot does come in, and it's an immediate impact from the substitute Inyas Afri. He was on target. Took it first time as well, didn't quite strike it cleanly enough to beat the goalkeeper. A bright opening to the second half, though, for the home side. Sophie Lee takes the throw. Lanza is crowded out, and it's a throw-in for Rugby Borough instead. Confirmation it was Isherwood who went off at half-time. Player of the round in the last round, 4 goals in the last round. And it was a difficult afternoon for her, as it has been for these London Bees players. It was 0-0 until the 23rd minute as well. Both sides playing good football, but Rugby Borough have been ruthless in their finishing. Lanza, the Venezuelan. A lovely touch from Lanza to get it through as well, and this is a chance! It was dragged wide by Inyas Afri. Well, the substitute has had 2 sights of goal.
Becca, well done.
This, though, a really good opportunity. It was a rather hurried effort in the end, but she's already making a difference. Nixon.
Really good, well done.
Sophie Lee getting back to cover. Ginn, you got a feel for the 4 goals she conceded in the first half, because she's had a good game. Goal for London Bees. Life of a goalkeeper, though, as Moncaster plays the ball in, and it might fall for Rush here. Rush shoots, it's 5. And any hopes of a comeback are gone now inside the first 4 minutes of the second half. Rhiann Rush, last year's Players' Player of the Season, scorer of goal of the season. This may not be of that calibre, but it's an FA Cup goal. It makes it 5-0, and this will secure Rugby Borough's route through.
Great communication there. That's a simple thing, but look at the effect it has. Well done. Really good on the goal.
A belated 22nd birthday present for Rhiann Rush too. Laid off by Campbell. And they come forward again, Moncaster. And it was taken first time by Ebony Wiseman, but put wide. A number of these players did a football scholarship in America. Ebony Wiseman played at the JMU in Virginia. And she was the Players' Player of the Season at Coventry United.
Work, Sam. Good, Ines!
Really good closing down from Ines Afri. And it's a good pass from Afri as well. It might open up for Burrows. Campbell couldn't get there.
So, what do you play? Black there, good. Half and half, half and half.
Really difficult time for India's Afri to join the club when she did at the back end of November. She's got herself up to speed quickly, and she's shown her qualities already in these early stages of the second half. Really good play from Heel there. She was under so much pressure from two Rugby Borough players, but she managed to block their route to goal. Campbell, good battling for the ball as well. Great footwork as well, but cleared. Pedersen put under pressure by Sam Lanza, but scoops that ball up. And at the moment is not really under any great danger with losing her clean sheet. The biggest scare came inside the opening couple of minutes when Hayley Haw had an effort cleared off the line. Lancaster can't get there this time. Again, bowls it out to Dern. He plays it back for Wozniak. Wozniak, though, struggling to get across and get there first. Have to go back all the way to the 6th of October for Rugby Borough's last defeat. It came against Wolves. Good interception from Roberts. Back to Pedersen, the goalkeeper. There he has a degree in accounting and finance. Played for England's under-18s against the USA. And she is on the ball again. Her distribution and her composure has been there for all to see.
We're battling, we're battling.
Hold up then, hold. Again.
Need some width, Sammy.
Tired pass down the line into touch, and Barton comes over to take this throw.
Go back. Mira, relax, relax.
Just watch. Yeah, well done. Good.
Ines inside. Shambo higher, Shambo higher.
With the goalkeeper again, and Rugby Borough passing the ball around with confidence.
on, Sean, go on, Sean, go on, Sean.
Go on, Sobby Lee, be ready. Be ready, Sobby Lee. Good, Chamoy. Go on, Sammy.
Sean, really good, dude.
Good work, Max.
Moncaster's cross. Zaria Hill got across to put it behind.
Are they ready? How was that not a corner?
Aria, brilliant.
That's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable defensive header. She's got one on the off.
Referee just coming over to the touchline to, I think, have a word with somebody in the crowd there.
How's that not a corner? It's an unbelievable header. Worry about that rather than his thing. I know, I can't believe that.
I think it's because the person down on the touchline there isn't wearing a fluorescent jacket. Weirdly. Gave an opportunity though for Lee Birch to have a word with the referee about a corner decision that wasn't given. It's like a 5-0 up in this game. The manager who's had over 20 years coaching experience now. He again gathers the ball to take the short goal kick. Still over an hour left to play in this game.
Good. Tia, Aria, brilliant. So that information to you as well, brilliant. Aria, back, off you go. Hey, what's your job? Thank you. So now off.
Again to take this free kick. Really strong header away from Roberts, and another breakaway opportunity is on. Nixon has got so much pace when she gets on the ball, and she's got quality as well. It's Nixon who breaks into the area, cuts the ball back, another unmarked effort, and Moncaster will probably feel she should have had her second goal there. Applause for the unselfish delivery. Angelina Nixon, really, really good play to set that one up. London Bees, not for the first time, a little slack with the marking as we see the first substitution for the visitors. Saskia Morris is the player who comes on. Wiseman. Deep cross. Headed away on the edge of the area. Picked up though by Potts, who got the scoring in this game underway. Pressure is put on Pottit. Described as one of the nicest and most selfless people you could come across by her manager Dan McKim. Actually finished a runner-up in the Lebanese FA Cup before she moved to England. That was 6 years ago.
Good work, good work.
Pottit who comes across for this one.
Good, Hayley.
Clearance
Up we go.
put down the
Up we
line and
go.
picked up by Bethan Roberts. Roberts allows it to go out for a throw in.
Block 4.
21-year-old
That's
takes it
block 4.
quickly. Has experience in both the WSL and Championship, plays it back to the goalkeeper. Out by Peterkin.
Good. Good save. Dumbo, good. Good. Go on, Ines. Go on, Ines. Sophie, great work. Good work. Good work. I like that.
Angle ball downfield from Peterkin is flipped
Good,
on.
Rebecca.
No free kick given though, as Moncaster went down. And an effort comes in over the crossbar. Wasn't too far away. Would have been goal of the game had that one gone in.
Shambo.
Come on, Lil. Hey, good stuff that. Becca, brilliant.
4. Good.
And a change
4's yours.
for the home side with Lily Whitelock coming on.
Good.
Player who scored the goal to make it 4-3 in the last round against QPR in extra time when they were trailing 3-2. Signed on loan from Watford in November alongside Chloe Tambula. Player who was on the books of Arsenal before joining Watford.
Unlucky. Play quick. Options. Get higher.
Scoreline here today, all the more impressive for Rugby Borough, given the fact that they've not played since the 15th of December. The game against Sporting Khalsa was frozen off last week. Moncaster's ball.
Good save.
Nixon couldn't thread it through this time.
Unlucky.
Difficult for Dern to get a hold of that pass. Wasn't the best of passes for her. Here is Nixon.
Good, Hayley.
Potts combines with Moncaster. First cross is cut out, then wins the ball back. Strong challenge for the ball from Hayley Hoare.
Change the flows. Turn. Brilliant.
Down the line from Dern, helped on by Lanza. Good spell of possession this for London Bees, who attempt to switch play.
Yeah.
Nixon alert to it though, and cushions the ball forward. Mann comes in to join the attack. Bethan Roberts now.
Good, Becca. Don't let her turn though.
Moncaster
Good,
picks
Mira.
out Potts. And that's a corner for Rugby Borough. Been an enjoyable afternoon out for those who've made the journey down to watch this game. They got their drum, come on their coaches, and Borough urged to maybe get another. They scored from one corner, well, two in the first half actually, and they angle this one across. Flying header goes just wide of the post from the substitute Lily Greenslades. And that is the kind of luxury player that you can be afforded. The squad that they've got now, it is so strong. Still only 20 years of age, Lily Greenslade, who gets away from her marker here. And then plays the ball in field for Rush. London B struggling to get it away. Greenslade's shot bobbles around, and they do clear this time.
Good Sammy.
Oh, with you. Oh, yes.
Good save. Brilliant save. Brilliant. It's got the ball, ref. It's got the ball. Good area.
Cleared away by Aria Hill. As the Green Slades who's arriving. Morris. There's a ball into the penalty area. Wozniak heads clear. And the whistle goes as the ball bounced inside the box. Conditions pretty cold here this afternoon for this tie. They've done well to get it on. The artificial pitch you can still see. Ice, and the players run around trying to stay warm. Greenslade brings it onto her right foot, thought about shooting there, tries to make the space to get the shot in. It's over the bar from Lily Greenslade this time. Mary came through Bristol City's academy. Her brother Harvey Greenslade, her twin brother, no less, plays for Bristol Rovers, recently joined Weston-super-Mare on loan. Spent the first half of the season at Yeovil. The two of them, when they get the opportunity, try and watch each other in action as much as they can. Player has also played 5 times at England youth level. And it does show the real increase in quality that they've had this year at Rugby Borough. A number of players who represented their countries, both senior and youth levels. Nixon shoots. Poleaxe to the ground on the follow through there. She got the shot in. It was curling. It was comfortable though for T again. They'll be in the draw with Sunderland, who won 7-1 at Exeter earlier today. Hat-trick for Ellen Jones and 4 goals for Eleanor Dale. Newcastle also through, 1-0 win against Nottingham Forest. Manchester City, 3-0 win against Ipswich with Rord Coombs and Miedemar scoring. London City Lionesses, 5-0 winners as well, also away from home against Fulham. Charlotte Boy Walker scoring 3 goals in that one. It is still goalless in the game between Chelsea and Charlton, to the surprise of a few people. That one approaches half-time. Wolves are leading 2-0 against Cheltenham. Sides worth keeping an eye out for in tomorrow's draw. Mira Potates takes the throw. Volley back towards the London Bees penalty area, and Greenslade keeps the ball in play. Rush. Throw in for London Bees. Good challenge to take the ball away from Rush, but Wiseman is the first player to it for Rugby Borough. Mann looking comfortable every time they get the ball. Back heel sends Mann down the left-hand side now. It's a good run towards the box as well. Lily Whitelock across though. Prevents the cross from coming in, but they do. Have a corner to defend here, which will be taken by May Moncaster. Used to be a dancer before she started to play football, as an effort comes in from Ebony Wiseman. The shot count will be massively in Rugby Borough's favour now. London Bees had a flurry of opportunities early in the second half. But Rugby Borough making it 5-0, and they may make it 6 here. Greenslade, the ball tangled under her feet before she could get the shot away.
Nicky, in the middle. Go to the middle.
And Rugby Borough will use this as an opportunity to make another change, and the substitute this time coming on is Lucy Woods. Player who turns 21 in March. Returned from injury against Knoll Ladies in the Birmingham County Cup last month to score a hat-trick. Youth career took in clubs like Arsenal and Leicester City. She was the top scorer for each of the last 3 seasons. So a player of pedigree coming on. Not really what a team losing 5-0 will want to see.
Unlucky, Amy, good battling. Save again, save again.
Meg Shaw also on for the visitors for the final 20 minutes. A player who turns 20 on Tuesday.
Go on then, Lily. Good, Lily.
Bethan Roberts.
Brilliant, Mira.
Strong header from Mira Hotet. Whitelock now. Good ball from Whitelock, 3 for Campbell. But Mann got across to take the sting out of the ball. And it's bowled out by the goalkeeper. And they come forward down the left-hand side. It's with Nixon.
Alongside Meg, Lily for me. 14's yours, Lily. Well done.
Overhit though from Nikki Potts, and out for a throw in. Under their former guise of Wembley Ladies, London Bees reached the 1997 FA Cup final. They were beaten by Millwall Lionesses.
Brilliant. Ines, get in there.
Oh, and it was the right idea. It was a good pass. Whitelock though, it was overhit and she couldn't get there.
Good.
Lee Birch will be highly satisfied with not just his team's performance in getting themselves 4 goals ahead by half-time, but it's been a professional second-half performance as well. And they've made a few changes now, but under no great pressure whatsoever.
Good. Good decision. Ines, get in there.
Whitelock drills the ball across, and it didn't quite sit there for Hayley Hoare. It would have been a tap-in. Well, that does sum up their luck. It was a great ball in, and it just needed somebody there to divert it goalwards. And the throw-in goes behind for a goal kick also.
Lily, 7.
Really good play from Willie Lightlock, who got the cross in. And so unfortunate for Hayley Hoare.
Yeah, good. Lily 14, good, well done. Sophie, great organisation.
Greenslade dropping deep. Rush. Couldn't get there. But Nixon did. Man. Under pressure, hooks it down towards the halfway line. Two number 7s collide, and it's Rugby Borough who come away with the ball. Meg Shaw works it out wide to Lucy Wood, the two substitutes combining, but it needed a confident defensive header to put that one out for a throw-in. Well, Lee Burt said he wanted to change the narrative this season of winning games by small margins, admitting last season there were too many tight matches, and he's certainly done that recently, and a 5-0 scoreline here underlines that. But you look at recent results: 3-0 against Mancunian Unity in the last round, 7-1 against Peterborough, 7-0 against Lincoln. Even more impressive, they're into double figures now with a number of players that have come through from the development side into the first team this season. Man, a teasing delivery. Wiseman. Confidently dealt with by Rush. Man had a really impressive game today. Down that left-hand side, linking up with Nixon, who's also been a standout performer for the visitors. Whitelock. Works the ball out wide, then makes the run into the box. Wanted it back, but the cross comes in instead. Campbell can't make the connection quite. Encouraged, though, from the touchline. Dan McKim, their manager, happy with what he's been seeing from his players in this second period. A real tough situation when you know you're heading out to the competition with all the build-up, all the fanfare around this tie.
Our ball, that's our ball. Good. Aria, drop off. Switch on, please. Wake up. Come on, intensity. Come on.
Ginn makes a touch to deal with it. Looks around to pick out the pass, and it's pounced upon. Good pressing, and Nixon now. Nixon threads it through. It's an opportunity for the 6th. It's away and off the line to keep out Meg Shaw. Pass is overhit for Saskia Morris. Campbell's header. Whitelock runs into trouble, but good strength to hold off the challenge. Then try to thread it through. Hill with a strong header. Nikki Potts wins a free kick under pressure. Well, a good cut run this year could be so important for Rugby Borough. Still trying to grow their fan base. As a pass, well, they got themselves out of trouble there. The whistle had gone just as Whitelock tried to jump onto that wayward pass. They're coming up with initiatives all the time. This year they came up with the idea of offering fans the chance to pay what they thought the ticket was worth to watch their team this season. Liebert said he's been pleased with how it's gone. Supporters continue to pay a normal amount. Some have been extra generous too. Switched from the Southern to Northern Division in the summer. They finished third last season in the league that the London Bees finished bottom, as another change is made. Olivia Bartlett, who turned 18 at the start of December, celebrated by signing her first professional contract, comes on for the final 10 minutes, as does Sarah McDermott, a player who is another young player who joined the club from London Seawards in the summer.
Liv, come across, Rebecca inside.
Whitelock.
Left touches.
Well, made the space and got this shot away. She has looked dangerous since coming on. She's been a real attacking outlet.
Good Megan, good Megan.
Fully qualified sports coach who works at the fitness factory in Cockfosters.
Good Lily, stay with the 10, Lily, stay with the 10.
Peterskin
Good Sammy, good Sammy.
draws the foul, much to the disappointment
Great work, Lily.
of the London Bees bench.
Sammy, great work.
Anya Peterkin knocks the ball high over the halfway line. It's played back for Lanza to give chase, but the ball runs out of the pitch on the far side of the field. In front of the travelling supporters.
Go on, Ines, to 2. Sammy, start to squeeze it in. Lily's.
That was a wayward looking pass, and it is
What about that one?
Whitelock who is there to try and make something of it. Lanza trying to put the keeper under pressure too. At the other end, Meg Shaw works her way into the penalty area. Surely it is number 6. It is. It was an open goal and it was unmissable for Angelina Nixon. All smiles at the end of this game. Her second goal of the game. And it is 6-0.
You and Alan, okay, and we'll come in there. You and Alan. So, Meg, just come left side, tell Lucy. Neil, come through.
Prime opportunity to get a little bit more FA Cup action in the legs of one or two players in this really big squad that they do carry. It's Emily Wallace who comes on. Another player who spent the vast majority of her career with Reading. And brief spells at Oxford United and Watford before joining Rugby Borough. On for the final 6 minutes plus added on time. Played back by Sarah McDermott.
On this one.
Tate takes the throw. Gets it back from Lanza. Keeps the ball in play. Lucy Wood, though, back doing her defensive duties. The attack-minded player gets it back to her keeper.
Meg, so whenever you Yeah.
foot.
Okay. Especially that side. You can be nice and narrow.
Whitelock. Campbell has a go. She's worked so hard this afternoon. Again, a little like Millie, issue with so difficult as an attacking player in a game like this when you've had to concede as much possession as they have in this game.
Good, good, Lily, good. Good. Keep with her, Lily, good work.
This time clearance
Well done.
is out for a throw in. Mary Hale comes across the Canadian. Greenslade bursts down the line. Make sure will keep the ball in play, and it is a London Bees throw in.
Rush in. Stay central now. Don't need to roll out as much. Stay central and can combine.
Worth mentioning that as part of the FA Cup this weekend, a number of clubs taking part in the Nameless 11 campaign.
Good.
A movement to showcase visual aids, one of the many visual aids to showcase the warning signs of dementia in a way that speaks to people directly, a subject that is very much a talking point within football at the moment. And that's something that both clubs have committed to, the Nameless 11 campaign, as part of the FA Cup in this fourth round stage.
Sammy. Unlucky. Get it back for me.
Potts.
Good build out. Good build out.
Wallace, who's only just come on, maybe not quite warmed up as that goes out for a throw. Who said in a recent interview that their aspirations around football are to travel Australia. Well, on an afternoon like this, you cannot really get more contrasting conditions, can you? This is picked up by Rush. Had only just got back up to her feet after a hefty old challenge left to ground it. Sam Lanza. Whitelock. Been really positive since coming on.
Good football.
Haley Hawke, once a player who in Rugby Borough's old guys of Coventry United played for them.
Stay in that middle. Stay in that middle.
Player who has said that her aspirations are still to get back into the Wales team. She's represented Wales at every level, but not full international level, as she's on the ball now and gets around a couple of challenges to play the ball through. Wales having qualified for the European Championships.
Go on, Lily. Go on, Lily. Great work.
Make sure.
Out there, nearer. Great recovery.
Well, Uber hits that one. It was the right idea as she cut in field, but Lucy Wood knew she couldn't get there.
Come on.
Lily, really good job, that.
Alan, got none. Tell us
Liv,
to
hurry
stand
up.
there.
Good to two of you.
Well, after what has been a pretty frantic game at times, their efforts are maybe being shown here as Ebony Wiseman receives a bit of treatment for cramp. A reminder, they haven't played for nearly a month, Rugby Borough. This, the goal that made it 6. Meg Shaw was involved in it. Great run to the byline from her and through a crowd of players. The cross unmissable for Angelina Nixon. Her 2 goals this afternoon means she's now moved on to 6 in the FA Cup this season. She scored a hat-trick in just 5 minutes and 36 seconds against Lincoln City in round 1. Had many people at the club scratching their heads, searching for the record books to see if that was some kind of new record in women's football. She also scored the final goal against Mancunian Unity, a 3-0 win in the last round. And she's got 2 more to her name this afternoon. And now, as the game enters stoppage time, Rugby Borough can start thinking about who they want in tomorrow's draw. It's definitely going to be worth tuning in and watching on the competition's YouTube channel. Still 1 or 2 ties that were postponed this weekend to be resolved, so it may well be a case of an either or, but this is the stage where they will be in with a really good chance of drawing one of the big names in the competition. All smiles for Ebony Wiseman as she is back up on her feet in front of the drummer. The London Bees take the throw deep inside their own half. Big up and under downfield. Cross comes into the box from Wood. The only player makes sure he'd made her way into the penalty area though. And it's London Bees who come away with it. A tired pass. Wallace picks it up. Down the line for Meg Shaw. Footwork from Shaw, lays it off on the edge of the box, but can't quite fall for Nikki Potts, and London Bees clear it long. Chases on for India Zafri.
Go! Go! Go on, Lily! Go on, Lily! Area!
Rugby Borough continuing to make history. Into the 4th round of the competition for the first time. Now into the 5th round of the competition for the first time as a clearance downfield comes in. Furthest this team from Tier 3 has ever gone in the competition.
Drive in the space. Drive in the space.
Barrier heel.
Good, brilliant.
Whitelock does well to win the ball back. Laid off by Burrows. Quick turn of pace from Greenslate, but Bartlett, the substitute, does well to get across and carry the ball out. They're over the halfway line now for Megan Burrows, who checks back.
Stay wider.
Bartlett, the pass is cut out and maybe an opportunity to seek a 7th, but she wins it back, and a good bit of footwork to play the ball through. Afri can't bring it under control, and it's cleared away by Peterkin. Potts, who've got the scoring underway, comes away with the ball. Lucy Wood waits for support, trying to play it down the line for Saskia Morris. Captain Ebony Wiseman, who went down with cramp a few moments ago, back up on her feet now and controlling the midfield. Loads of space for Wallace. Wallace onto her right foot. Ball falls on the edge of the area. Shot comes in, deflected away. It was Lucy Wood's effort. Wood goes for goal again. Didn't quite catch it as she would have wanted to, though, and drags the effort wide of the post. And that is the full-time whistle. It's 8 straight victories for Rugby Borough, with just the 1 goal conceded on that run. A 6-0 win sees them through to the 5th round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. They steamrolled into a 4-0 advantage at half-time against a London B side from Tier 4. The class gap was evident, and it was a thoroughly professional second-half performance from the team in the Northern Premier Division. Lee Birch can now watch on as that draw for the 5th round stage is made at Wembley Stadium. On Monday, they will be ball number 1 in the draw, hoping for a glamour tie.